So I like that relationship that was built from the very beginning. So I started to see this doctor in August of 2024. And we talked about the pump. I think she was shocked that I'd been 42 years still doing daily injections, but not pushy about being on a pump. We just chatted about it. And then fast forward, I was able to run into an Omnipod 5 rep at a conference here in Florida in October. And that's when I said, you know what, now's the time. I'm curious. I'm in a good place. My MDI management felt confident. I felt really good about my settings. That's really the perfect time, right? Just to jump over to another system with that same sort of a mindset and just feelings about what you got to do every day, right? What we have to do every day. So that was great. It all worked out. And I was looking for a fresh perspective. I wanted to be able to help my clients on a different level, being able to relate to them, being on a pump myself. And these are some things I talked to the doctor about too, just letting her know. But back to the doctor. So the relationship dynamic with our doctors is really interesting, isn't it? So her style, again, she's very knowledgeable. She knows the ins and outs of settings, pump, CGMs, all the tools that we use. So that's really refreshing. I never felt like I had to go in and, really tell her what I was doing. She knew. She was knowledgeable enough to be pretty, in tune with all that. But the office visits are very efficient and very on target. And again, she's going through the checklist. She's going through all of the, the physical exams, which I think is really good. Something I haven't been doing recently, just because of, again, there's a protocol with endos to check, making sure that we're going to our eye doctor, making sure that, our immune system is responding well. So all these things that should be happening in that visit with our endo is really important. And sometimes we can kind of lose sight of that when we are just seeing a primary care physician. So I was really happy about that. And she checked my feet. How about that? Haven't had my feet checked in a few years. And again, no reason to be apprehensive about that, or, there was no reason for it to be, top of the list of things to get checked, but that's, that really doesn't matter. So that was good. I passed the tickle test, basically. The one thing I note, and I remember talking to my husband about this later when I went home, is that when she was doing it, this is basically when you're sitting up on the exam table, your feet are out in front of you, and she's like, well, I'm going to be touching you softly with this. It was like a feather type of an apparatus. Just let me know what you feel when you feel it. And during it, I was like, okay, yeah, no problem. And I felt everything, I would say it as I felt it. But wouldn't it have been, again, this is just the way my thinking is, I'm always trying to think of better ways to maybe do these things, if she had asked me to close my eyes, because, you can look down and cheat and see that she's touching your foot and say, yeah, I feel that. But if she had said, close your eyes and raise your hand if I am touching your feet, that really, to me, would have been a better test. But anyway, in hindsight, it's just a little feedback. Maybe next time, that might be something you bring up to your doctor. And I'd be curious if that's the way that they check your feet, how exactly they do that, just to just to confirm that that we have feeling, there is no nerve damage in our feet and, in our limbs, which can be something we definitely have to keep an eye on.